Hello and welcome.
We return to Tamriel in the form of Arena. My name is Eva.
And this is Frank, and
here's Polaris.
Here's Polaris. This handsome fellow right here who looks like he just stepped in something. So, let us proceed then. As promised, we are still in Harrowville, we're still doing this. We are off to Fang Lair.
Let's actually go and retrieve on those pieces of staff of chaos that we're supposed to find.
Yep. 13 days to get there. You know, with that time limit, this is going to be less stressful, I'll say that.
We've been playing through Daggerfall, and let's
you're standing before the Dragon Gate of Fang Lair, humbled before His Majesty. The dwarven hold seems abandoned long ago, its stone walls cracking with age and neglect. Somewhere within its dank depths lie the first piece of the Staff of Chaos.
Pretty, isn't it?
Kind of reminds me of Pillars of Eternity, you know, with its artwork.
I would love to do just all of this in perler beads.
So,
You stand in Fang Lair. Its dwarven-hewn passages run for miles under the earth. And there's a pile of stuff. 4 whole pieces.
We might be slowing down the frame rate. Blood everywhere. Oh, yeah, right.
Minecarts.
I imagine we can't do that here.
Probably not. Tunnels seem to stretch on endlessly, but the tracks... The tracks you've come across usually lead to mine shafts.
Acting like that, you know, this dungeon happened on purpose.
Well, that's part of the fun of these things.
Yeah.
Making it feel like it is on purpose.
Okay, that flit's over there, I guess. So I guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way. I will say, I definitely like these maps more than I like the maps in Daggerfall.
The maps in Daggerfall make no sense.
No.
They're strange horrors, which have no resemblance to any real geometry, but sprawl on impossibly. Moo, I say.
So what level are we? 11.
Okay.
Respectable, I guess. This probably has multiple floors.
Probably. Honestly, it's been so long that I barely remember the layout.
Now, how far into the main quest have you gone?
Far enough that we started seeing, I've seen both the Ice Wolves and the Fire Wolves.
Alright.
I don't know which dungeons they connect to. The Ice Wolves were probably with Shalor's Maze and Labyrinthian, just because that's, it takes place in Skyrim. I have no idea where the where the Fire Wolves were. Both are absolutely beautiful, though, and they're good boys.
I thought they want to bite you.
I mean, they do want to bite you. They're still good boys. Ooh, Wakazashi. I find it funny that the Minotaur has a meat cleaver.
Kind of an odd... I feel like a lot of first-person RPGs had stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, early days and all that.
Yep. Before things were, you know, Lord of the Rings consistent. You could have a Minotaur with a cleaver if you really wanted to.
You could indeed. You should certainly have a pile of stuff, too.
So, we're going to look out for hidden doors. Or something that kind of should be a hidden door.
Since the texture seems off to you.
Yeah.
I think it's just alternating wall texture bits there.
Yeah, if this is a Zelda game, I would bomb that in an instant.
Fair enough. Look at the ceiling here, by the way. Ah, we're in mine shaft A.
Yep, seems molten. We're just shining.
Well, it could either be molten or it could be the light shining through from the crevices. Assuming that whatever they're using as mortar between the paving stones is somehow transparent. So now that you've had a bit more of a taste of the older school Elder Scrolls, what do you think of them? That's cool.
Well, first I think he's dead. Let's see. Definitely some things I would have done differently. The level design for one, especially in Daggerfall. Like here, it's fine because it's a 2D map, and you can only get so lost in those. Whew, Daggerfall's maps.
They're something special.
Again, they suck me in reasons I can't really explain. To be fair, Bethesda just kind of has a habit of that. If I can't explain why, I'll still be able to suck myself in. Like Daggerfall definitely has problems that it would have been ripped to shreds about nowadays.
But we've got a lot of forgiveness for older games, I've found.
Yeah.
After all, these were the early Wild West days.
Yep.
And if it feels like they didn't really set out to make a full-fledged RPG, well, with this game they didn't.
Well, I think that was eventually the goal.
Not to start out with, though.
Yeah, not to start out, but
certainly not when the box art was set in stone.
Yeah, but there's definitely a victim of time. Lack of it. Yeah, especially like you at this high frame rate going by, I'm skipping like inches.
Weirdly enough, that doesn't bother me, but one, I'm not the one with the controller, and two, I grew up on this, so in my mind, this is normal.
Yeah, I mean,
if I was trying to play Skyrim at this frame rate, I'm sure it would drive me nuts.
Oh yeah.
But when your battle sprites only have about 4 frames anyway.
Yeah, I understand the time, but even by Daggerfall, they figured a lot out.
Yeah.
They figured out, full 3D maps, which is kind of impressive. They have that's when they figured out their traditional, class system.
And the idea of letting you define your own class.
Yeah. And well, I've been trying to put a tabletop lately. What is that?
Only friendly, I'm sure.
Yep. It's gonna attack me right after I save it.
Probably. Yeah, that's just a skeleton.
And even I don't know how much this project is gonna go, but it's just, at the very least a good thought exercise as far as honestly that might be a good guide. The way Daggerfall does character creation might be a good exercise tool for coming up with a class in D&D.
Yeah, you said that you wanted to try translating some parts of it to a D20 system, right?
You're right. So specifically, try to, it'll effectively be bringing the combat into the other sets of skills.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically what most Elder Scrolls games have done.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say, you don't want to jump down the hole?
maybe not right now.
Okay.
But along with the skills, they also have the special advantages and disadvantages. And I think that's what, with that brings us closer to more classic D&D classes than just piling on skill after skill.
Mm-hmm. Giving some abilities that are specific to your class.
Yeah, specific to the character.
For example, in Daggerfall, sorcerers can't regenerate magic.
Yeah, which I always thought was kind of an odd.
Well, I believe they make up for it with spell absorption. I think. To be fair, we never really played the pre-built classes.
Yeah, I think I have, honestly, I've come up with a better idea for the Ranger than, Dungeons and Dragons usually comes up with.
Oh, looks like light went out.
Yep. Yeah, usually I rest by now.
Usually, but you are a higher level than you were last time you came through here. Also, are you wearing a ring?
Good question.
Because with this one, it'll only wear out if you use the active ability.
Ring of Khajiit.
There it is. That's more like it.
Okay. Because I'm just kind of overruling the whole blunt weaponry thing.
Seems like it. Well, you're using your ebony broadsword, so.
Still good. What else? Silver mace is probably not that much better anyway.
At this point, I'd say probably not. I mean, if you find yourself an ebony mace.
But yeah, in Daggerfall, I've gotten pretty far as guild ranks go.
Yeah, you're the Patriarch of the Temple of Kanareth, right?
Mm-hmm. And let's see, I'm up there with the Knights. I actually got one of the artifacts, Ariel's bow, through questionable means, it must be said.
Yeah.
It kind of caught me by surprise. I almost didn't do it. I'll try not to spoil it for anyone.
Yeah, just play the game, it's fun. You can find versions that don't require too much fussing around with DOS box, so.
Yeah. The unofficial Elder Scrolls pages, have it. A site that's been around since '95, actually. It's an old one. It's kind of like an alternative to like the Wikia site. To me, it's a bit easier on the eye, a bit more organized, a bit plainer in look.
So you're glad to be back to a game that doesn't have gold weigh anything?
Yeah. I'm also glad to be in a game where the maps make sense. More sense.
Yeah. And here you are in a dwarven fortress.
Oh, I'm back in the entrance.
Are you? Not quite.
Okay. Let's see. Blue goes down, right?
Yep.
Okay, so probably in the central area.
Probably.
Actually, now might be a good time to rest.
Possibly.
I do like the check. I guess one thing it does help is the challenge in a weird sort of way. I do feel it gets to a point where your game is way too easy.
That wasn't probably what you wanted.
No.
That isn't it either.
No. That's what I want to do. Yeah, when something's just easy to the point where my brain is just not getting any exercise, I stop playing.
Daggerfall is nothing if not engaging. Ooh.
Yeah. Let's see.
Tunnel stretch endlessly again. Tracks lead to mine shafts.
On the one hand, the level design does force you to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Skyrim tends to kind of tunnel you in like one direction.
Yeah.
So you just kind of like ride the wave until you come across your objective or the boss or whatever is at the end. Where games like these, they really force you to search and because the answer legitimately could be anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like that about the dungeons, even if I will fully admit they're not well-designed dungeons.
I actually think the dungeon design was better in Arena.
Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't come with just the insanity.
Yeah.
Like, yes, the hallways don't make a whole lot of sense here. They're kind of comparable to Wolfenstein in that respect. But we're still on a flat plane, and that's infinitely easier to navigate than whatever happened with Daggerfall's map.
Well, one thing I'll point out here, it might not make perfect sense, but it is a map of tunnels that were clearly hand constructed here.
Yeah. Alright, you jerks. Come on. Splat. Yeah.
Jinx.
Yay!
Oh, 5 points, not bad.
Nice. So, let's say 3 there. 2 here.
Okay. I'd say save that.
But yeah, there are definitely things I like about Daggerfall that I wish were in otherwise. I mean, I've been around the forums lately. Hi, I'm Franco Strider. If you're also in there. But you do have the obnoxious, ones that like to spout out the word casual in order to win an argument. But there's been far more of a defense of Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
That I think there was, when the game was first released. Realizing, the strengths of it.
Well, I think it's given us some time and perspective of this is not Morrowind, and it is not Oblivion, but it is its own thing and can be good in its own way.
Yeah. Games don't live that long, as long as Skyrim and Morrowind have, without being good. Yeah, it's kind of like Doom in that respect. Doom is a far older game that has any right to be. But it was still engaging at the time. I've played through the proper ones before, and Doom 64, and they're still fun.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to let the spark first.
I think that the modding scene, both for Elder Scrolls and for Doom, contributed a lot to its longevity.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it seems like the key is either like multiplayer or modding.
Which I think for both of them comes down to a community of engagement.
Yeah. Because there are a lot of older games that you simply don't talk about anymore, like stuff like Soul Blazer, for the SNES.
What was Soul Blazer?
Remember like the Quintet set of games?
Oh yeah.
ActRaisers. ActRaiser was one of them. Soul Blazer was another in that sort of series of games.
Right. Yeah, I remember Extra Credits did an episode on Quintet's catalog. And actually, one thing that was fun, we went to one MagFest where we actually got to meet James from Extra Credits. I don't think he writes for them anymore, but he was writing for them at the time. And you brought up ActRaiser, and he was just thrilled that someone had played it.
Yeah. Yeah, the biggest smile came on his face. It was just like... Yeah. Let's see, where am I? The eternal question.
You're roughly in the middle of the thing.
I am in a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Surrounded by people who want to kill me.
We're in dungeons deep and caverns old.
Mm-hmm.
Time to away or break the day.
Yeah. So. Alright, so I guess we've got kind of that middle part, but I don't think what we're looking for is here. I will say Daggerfall is probably my least favorite world to explore, to just like go out of town and just pick a direction and go.
It's honestly pretty boring.
It's pretty flat, and and
you're likely to run into something that will kill you instantly.
Yeah.
In good news, you now know where to find some witches' covens.
Do I?
You know where at least one of them is.
Do I?
You got Ariel's bow from one. I think you can go back and revisit it if you're still inclined.
No, I think she's gone, actually.
Okay. I will say, one thing that all of the Elder Scrolls games do beautifully is their music.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, when exploring, I like looking at landmarks, interesting sights.
And Daggerfall, honestly, if you just pick a direction and start walking, chances are you'll be about one point of the protractor off. And completely miss the town you thought you were going to.
And even when it tells you, hey, you've entered this part of the town, you're not going to know where you are.
Yeah.
And, a brave effort, but...
I was going to say, there's a hole. I say we jump down it.
Well, it's pretty much just going to lead us through here.
To a Minotaur. With gold.
Actually, I did show the forums a video, the one... as I had to do a post discussing the adventures of Callowin.
Alright.
And, just kind of share the... Okay, I say we go north and west and see what's behind those walls.
Alright.
I feel a lot of this Let's Play has just been, like... tunnels and...
Yep. Well, that's a lot of what Arena is. Find places to tunnel through.
Okay,
I say we jump down there.
Yep. Yeah, in a second.
Good call.
Backstab me. Yeah, sort of.
That was a surprising amount of gold to get from a spider.
Yeah. Everyone's got bills to pay. Even spiders, apparently.
But they make their own houses.
Yeah.
Temple structure nearly as ancient as the rock from which it was hewn. Ooh.
Alright, so visible, I should take advantage. Oh, it's dead. Sorry. I keep hearing noises, so...
Yeah, there's probably another one around.
So can you climb this? No.
pile of stuff.
But yeah, things I specifically like about Daggerfall. I think it was in some ways an example of doing raid quest right. Giving you plenty of things to do. Let's see. Again, I like how how deep you're able to build classes.
Mm-hmm.
And nuts. Oh. You know what?
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Indeed.
Well, that had an effect.
Mm-hmm. See, can I squeeze in one little... Yay! Nuts.
By enemies, we mean spiders. Or not.
Yeah.
Not one of those assholes.
You know what?
You've got a bow for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Ah. All right.
Back to your usual stuff.
Yeah, I guess the challenge, the character customization, and I would say the consistency within like the dice rolls and everything like that. Those, in a weird way, just kind of keep me engaged.
It is kind of strange that what should be fairly repetitive quests aren't.
Yeah.
I don't think you can interact with them.
Alright, we have an old temple. Fine. Yeah.
Well, he came out of nowhere. Nothing useful. Ow. If you're going to nap, let's say get up on the altar.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, there was just something about seeing gemstones glittering through the dark here. Speaking of gemstones glittering through the dark. You know there's more around.
Yep. Well, I found the bow to be a saving grace, and
In Daggerfall?
yeah, especially against magical beings, stay away from them and just pick them off from a distance. It's the kind of thinking that I miss from, like, say, Dark Souls and Demon Souls.
Mm-hmm. Well, I find with Daggerfall, you really do find yourself in completely unbalanced fights sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't really care for the fact that some things are just instant death the second, that they come into view.
Mm-hmm.
The vampires, especially.
Yeah, the vampires are not fun.
Yeah, there's hard and then there's just not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what does my map say about this place?
Let's see.
Okay, so, alright, so I found a temple.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot to explore in all directions. Let's see, did you want to check out that pile of gleaming treasure?
I already did.
Oh, well, anything good in there?
I think it's just some boots or something.
Okay. Yeah, nothing you need then. Where do we go from here?
Just work.
Mineshaft E.
Not sure if any of those actually have any meaning.
Need some of those unique lever for you.
The funny thing is, I would argue that structure-wise, sometimes Oblivion has worse problems, or Daggerfall has worse problems than Oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
Because while the dungeons are very repetitive,
Mm-hmm.
they at least come from 3 distinct styles of repetitive dungeons.
Yeah, or Daggerfall just kind of mismatches.
Yeah, it just kind of randomizes elements that frankly deserve to be their own, kind of dungeon, rather than just parts.
I feel like it would end up making more sense if they didn't pull from as many tile sets for any one given dungeon. By the way, it is safe to sleep in the mine shafts.
Oh. Never thought of it. Yeah, no enemies seem to come near me.
You're up as far north as you can go.
Alright.
More spiders. Mineshaft B. I think they expected us to find this one somewhat early. think we found our way back to the temple again.
Alright. Let's see. Oh, we got that one corner.
Yep, might as well see what's in it.
Yeah, the jump works.
Yeah, let's hope it keeps working.
Well, one thing first and foremost, the Daggerfall definitely, you can get better controls.
Well, it actually lets you adjust the controls, so...
Yeah. The default is complete madness, but yeah, I spent a lot of time just on a test run, trying to, get the controls to something I like.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like the temple's where I'm supposed to go, but like, there's nothing there.
No, I think that there's more to explore that isn't in the temple, so...
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, that was stupid of me. My apologies.
I was afraid it was going to throw you straight into the cutscene.
Well, there's nothing up there anyway.
Sure. Reminds us that there's infected temple around. I think that it set it up so that you get that message no matter what direction you approached it from.
Yeah.
North Mine Shaft 80.
Oh, I didn't even cover this spell last time. Alright. This reminds me of an old screensaver.
The one that you're walking through a maze endlessly?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And basically, eventually you find, a gem, and the walls come down.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It was a great thing to have in the classroom, with an ADHD student. Me.
Did you ever encounter Ken's Labyrinth?
No. Though I know what you're talking about.
I'd like to show you at least a little bit of it. It has a lot of character.
I mean, the little I saw... Alright, yeah, I mean, we can look at it.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it a whole Let's Play, but it might be fun for one episode. We had to share... It was one of the many ones on that shareware disc that we used all the time.
Well, I do like one of his creations, the build engine.
Which is the one that all of the 3D Realm stuff was built in, right?
Yep. 3D Realms and beyond, others have utilized it.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that the one they used for Extreme Paint Brawl?
Yep.
This is different.
Yes.
Actually, this change might be a... Ooh. What cells on either side? Each cell seems to be a hungry spider. You see 3 more cells along the southern wall. Next to them stands a dark portal. Now we could let out all the spiders. Let's see what
where's the dark portal?
Cell 3. Cell 2. Cell 1. There's a key on the other side. You've got a key. Magically held lock. Lock has nothing to fear from you.
Now, I forget, are the keys used automatically, or?
I believe so. Those are full spiders. doors open with the steel key.
Alright, probably some stuff I can get rid of.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like a non-magical plate pauldron. And a non-magical staff and dagger.
We could probably ditch this as well.
Probably. Indeed, a non-magical battle axe. That's the power we just created. We probably don't need the plate pauldron, but...
Ah!
There's the dark portal, which is what we're looking for. Must prove thy worthiness proceeded.
Oops.
As you near the door it speaks. Listen to my puzzle, foolish mortal, and prove that you are worthy of my service. If cell 3 holds worthless brass, cell 2 holds the gold key. If cell 1 holds the gold key, cell 3 holds worthless brass. If cell 2 holds worthless brass, cell 1 holds the gold key.
Knowing this, and knowing cannot be true, which cell contains the gold key? I grabbed a gold key, didn't I?
You grabbed a steel key.
Steel key.
Mm-hmm. You got it from cell 1.
Okay, so... So that would basically leave out 2 and 3.
Yep.
Alright.
So 2 or 3 can hold the gold key.
So let's see. So,
I think I know the answer, but I want to hear what you think yours is.
which cell contains the gold key?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as we said, cell 1 didn't contain either...
Cell 1 did not hold gold.
So...
I'm going to say cell 2 holds the gold key.
Yeah.
Key within cell 2 is yours.
Yeah.
You found the gold key.
Yeah,
Which I'm
that's
going to
enough.
say probably opens the door you want. And downwards we go. And that floor is probably a good point to wrap up the episode.
Really? How long have we been?
It's actually 8 o'clock now.
8 o'clock?
We started about 7:15.
7:15. Yeah, I guess that's a decent enough length.
Alright, so next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will return to Fang Lair for the 2nd floor.
Alright, I am Frank Curley,
My name's Eva.
and we'll see you next time.
Have a good night.